West Brom versus Crystal Palace.
I reckon this has got 1-1 written all over it. You got Crystal Palace losing 2-0 to Newcastle last weekend, West Brom beating Sheffield United 1-0. Neither of those results inspire confidence, you know, so yeah, half-time draw for me would be a decent bet on this. Let's actually check what the odds would be.
Is Saha playing?
Yeah, because we saw they were a different side without him, so... Do you know if he's back, Shakes?
Look, he was out with COVID, and they're going to be doing last-minute tests to see if that he will be able to play. But honestly speaking, this game is desperate for Zaha to play, because without Zaha, you sort of ask yourself, where is the entertainment going to come from?
Well, now, first half, the lowest odds on the first half results is a draw at 2.06. Crystal Palace to win it is 3.34 and West Brom to win is 3.64. So that also kind of shows you where the bookies' heads are with this game.
Yeah, my opinion on this is who actually gives a toss. A game I certainly won't watch. West Bromwich Albion versus Crystal Palace. I can't think of a worse fixture. I don't know if it could be made up. Who cares? 0-0.
You have to predict 0-0. Okay, no. I'm actually gonna go with a Crystal Palace win. Crystal Palace wins this one 1-0. Just.
What's your team that every week he says, I think this could be their first win? Is that Sheffield United?
That is Sheffield. That's coming up.
That's still coming up.
That is coming up now.
Sheffield is coming. Sheffield United is coming very soon.
Okay, we're actually on to them next.
Sheffield United versus Leicester.
This could be the weekend.
Or as the Americans say, Leicester.
Yeah, look, this could be the weekend, but it's not going to be the weekend, unfortunately. Sheffield United have just not been great. They have been poor. They're not and it's not funny. They're not getting hidings. That's the plus side for them. But they still weren't able to beat a poor West Brom side as well. I mean, they played much better than West Brom, but West Brom walked away with the points. And I see a value bet as well on Betway. Hey, they're throwing these value bets out massively today. I mean, look at that. Leicester to win is 2.0. And I'm going to go Leicester straight win 3-1. Leicester.
Yeah, I don't even know if Sheffield will score. I think I'm going to go 2-0. I could see it being like an outfield goal and then a late penalty for Leicester.
Yeah. Look, Leicester have lost the last two games, but one of those was to Liverpool. When you look at Leicester, all you see is red L's. You know, they've scored 4 and given up 16. They've got 1 out of 30 available points. That means they're running along at a clip of about 3.33% from a win. If you look at a success ratio, they are just bad. They haven't got hidings, but they haven't got anywhere close to respectability. You can't see anything but a Leicester win here. 2-1, 2-0 for me.
Nice.
Yeah. Then
this is one.
Okay, what do we have?
To look forward to.
Yeah. Oh, Tottenham versus Arsenal. Let me go, Shakes. What can you say about Arsenal? Not much. They sit 13th, 14th place on the table. They seem to be going backwards very fast. Tottenham are a much classier side, a better manager, better players at the disposal. They can score. Arsenal couldn't score at Mavericks with a reserve bank governor. So for me, Tottenham 3, Arsenal 0.
Yeah, I think eventually at some stage, Arsenal have to score. Not necessarily because of any plan there, but maybe just against the run of play. But I think Tottenham are going to come out there was such a mature showing against Chelsea, game of chess, 0-0. But I think they're going to come out hungry for goals this weekend. I see 3 goals for Tottenham as well, but I do see 1 for Arsenal. I think it's going to be 3-1 to Tottenham.
You're probably seeing an own goal scored by Tottenham. So Tottenham to score 4, just 1 in the other net. Yeah. How you doing, Shakes?
Lost connection.
And yes, folks, Shakes is an Arsenal fan.
Oh, that was hard to listen to because of how elements of it could be true. Arsenal have been very poor, but they've gotten some good news. So the good news is that Thomas Partey could actually make the fixture. There's a chance. Mikel Arteta said he's 50-50. And another good news is that Sky Sports reported that there's a chance that Harry Kane could miss the game through injury. So that's going to be massive. We've got two players who are key for two different teams, and it's 50-50 for them to make the fixture. In all honesty, even if Kane is not there, I still think Tottenham are heavy favorites for this one. But I'm gonna go draw on this one, 1-1.
Shakes, where do you see Gareth Bale slotting in a similar position to Kane in the Tottenham setup, or do you see them reshuffling if Kane's out?
Look, the funny thing is that obviously Gareth Bale has to pick up fitness very soon. I think he's going to play within the Europa League, that's for sure, but he needs to be able to pick up fitness soon, and I haven't been able to see that from him in terms of the fitness levels where he's at. And to be fair, he hasn't played football in such a long time, so it's going to take a while. If he's out, I think Jose goes Son, Bergwijn, and Moura, because Bale is not 100% fully fit. So that's how I see it going.
Yeah. Okay.
And so I'm going to go 1-1 on this one. I think Mikel Arteta knows, regardless of all the losses that he's gotten from this season, is there's one fixture he can't afford to lose, is this one.
No, let's also give a big hand to Mourinho, who's got Tottenham on top of the. Yeah, even though it's 10 games into the season, he was. I took a shot at him earlier in the year, and fair play to him. Just made me look like a doos.
Look, I think they're chasing Europa though. Mourinho released a statement saying it's unrealistic to expect them to be winning the Premier League this season. So I think their focus in terms of silverware, to get them their first cup since, in the last 10 years is on Europa.
Yeah, I know all managers say that, and it keeps the pressure off them. But I think that in this year, the top 6-7 clubs right now are saying anything can happen, anything's possible. Of course, they're going to keep putting the pressure onto Man City and Liverpool, but I don't think for 1 second that Mourinho is not focused on trying to win this Premier League with his squad. If he can stay healthy.
Yeah, I'm saying good point, Kevin. Massive point that you said. He can say whatever he wants to say. Tottenham are in this title race. He wants to win this league. But he's going to keep on saying we're not in the title race. He's definitely in it.
He could build something so great at Tottenham, though. If you look at, at the moment, we've spoken about with whether they get 1 or 2 injuries, they might not be the same outfit. But, if they kind of commit Mourinho to the next 2-3 years in a building process and they start building up a squad that's got the likes of, a Liverpool or Chelsea in terms of depth, there could be something really special there for Spurs in the next.
The only danger with Mourinho, because of this, we live in such a politically correct world in terms of what people say and how it's taken out of context. That I don't know if he's ever going to get that sort of that freedom to be who he truly is.
Yeah,
for sure. He's been surrounded by controversy at the last few clubs, and I don't know if he'll get that in London. It's such a heavy. It's so focused on media, and no one likes the London press.
Yeah.
Okay. So, sorry, Shakes.
No, I'm saying I definitely agree. I agree. You won't get the luxury of that time, and I think obviously he has to win something first before the league happens. But I think because they found themselves in this position, why not? But I think he has to win one of the cups at least this season. He has to walk away with something this season at least.
Yeah, I agree with that. I still think that last week or earlier this week I said Liverpool aren't going to win the Premier League, and I still believe that's the case.
But will they win against Wolves?
But will they win against Wolves? God, they've carried so many injuries right now.
Yeah.
Eh? I still think, with Wolves had a good game last weekend, but they they're still a team that's nowhere near as good in terms of the quality of talent. I mean, they sold two of their Doherty and Jota to this very Liverpool team. I don't see Wolves aren't the team they were last year. Liverpool to win this 1-0, 1-0, 2-0.
Yeah, I like 2-0 Jota and Salah to score. I mean, Salah had his goals denied in the last game. Just come back. He's definitely going to put one in the back of the net.
Yeah, no, it's an intriguing contest. What say ye, Shakes?
Yeah, what's that?
What say ye? I'm just going into my Afrikaans dialogue there, bud.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was like, I don't know what that is, but so I will also say, I expect Liverpool to win. I expect Liverpool not to make the same mistakes as what they did against Brighton. So I'm gonna go with Liverpool 3-1. Yeah, and I think Jimenez missing for a while is going to hit Wolves very hard, and I think Liverpool are going to win this one 3-1.
Good odds on a straight-out Liverpool win on this, aren't there?
1.53.
No, forget that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not worth it. Any 1.53 in the Premier League at the moment is probably like the biggest mistake you can make for an outright bet.
It was almost the biggest mistake you made, huh?
Yeah.
Brighton, Southampton.
2-2. I reckon this is a 2-2 game. Danny Ings could potentially be back for Southampton. Both these sides have kind of been like, they've put in some really big shifts against the top three sides this season, but they've also dropped some really like results that you expected them to come out and comfortably win. And then Southampton dominated Manchester United first half last weekend, and came 3 goals conceded to lose. Danny Ings does make a huge difference to that side though, so if him and Ward-Prowse are playing, there's goal scoring potential there. But Brighton are the kind of side that has just been drawing to sides and just been staying there, not necessarily winning but just staying there. So I like 2-2 in this one.
What do you think, Shakes?
Very interesting clash. I mean, obviously Brighton haven't lost in the last 3, getting 2 draws and a win, if I remember. And now they go up against the Southampton side, which will be wounded from the Manchester United result. 2 teams that love to play football. I think the odds are very juicy on both teams. And according to these odds, how come Brighton is favourites? I don't understand that. I mean, with all due respect to Brighton, they can't be favourites. On Betway, they're rated at 2.49, whereas Southampton's rated at 2.89. And okay, I'll throw one back at you, Betway, and I'm going to say if Southampton wins this game 2-1.
Yeah, look, I suppose the favouritism comes in with the uncertainty around Danny Ings, and the fact that Brighton are at home. If you look at Southampton's away record, it's not too bad. They haven't lost in the last 4 away games. So I don't understand it either, Shakes. I think it's at 2.86. It's great value. But I'm going to predict a 1-1 draw in this game, man. It's got that. I call it. It's like, I love dessert. I got a really sweet tooth. To me, it's like the milk tart dessert. You can eat it, but you're not excited by it. And that's what the weekend to me is. You're serving this up as the dessert, the last thing that you eat. It's like.
I think that. I think for me this is more of the straightforward dessert. So every time when you were kids, you'd always get ice cream and chocolate syrup all the time. It's so obvious. I think for me, I see Southampton winning this one. I don't see any other result actually.
Yeah, it's not like a Leeds Chelsea. That would be a tiramisu type dessert, or an angel cake or something like that. But this is like a full-on milk tart. Yeah, I'll eat it. You don't even want to thank the person for getting it because they got it at the corner bakery, like at Spa or something, and it's 2 days old. But I'll eat.
It's pricey.
It is, actually. But I'd eat it. But don't serve it up next week.
I'll go get myself some notepad.
We've got to have some fun with these sort of fixtures. You know?